Hi friends, I am Uma Devi from Karpagam College of Engineering. Now I take some important techniques of data mining. Data mining is the search for the relationship and global patterns that exist in large databases but are hidden among vast amounts of data. Data mining refers to extracting or mining knowledge from large databases. Data mining is the non-trivial extraction of implicit and potentially useful information from the data. It is the process of discovering meaningful new correlation pattern and trends by shifting through large amount of data stored in repositories using pattern recognition techniques as well as statistical and mathematical techniques. Data mining system self-learns from the previous history of investigated system, formulating and testing hypotheses about rules which system obey. Some important data mining techniques are neural networks, decision trees, cluster analysis, rule induction, genetic algorithms, and data visualization. First technique is the neural networks. A trained neural network can be thought of as an expert in the category of information it has been given to analyze. Neural networks have the remarkable ability to derive meaning from complicated or imprecise data and can be used to extract patterns and detect trends that are too complex to be noticed by either humans or other computer techniques. Neural networks use a set of processing elements or nodes analogous to neurons in the brain. These processing elements are interconnected in a network that can identify patterns in data once it is exposed to the data. That is, network learns from experience just as people do. In this case, X1, X2 and X3 are input layers, H11 to H14 and H21 to H24 hidden layers. Z1 and Z2 are output layers which are determined from the inputs. Each node in the hidden layer is fully connected to the inputs, which means that what is learned in a hidden node is based on all the inputs taken together. Next technique is the decision trees. It produces rules that are mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive with respect to the training database. Decision trees are simple knowledge representation and they classify examples to a finite number of classes. The nodes are labeled with attribute names. The edges are labeled with possible values for this attribute and the leaves labeled with different classes. Tree-shaped structures represent sets of decisions. These decisions generate rules for the classification of a dataset. Decision trees produce rules that are mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive with respect to the training database. Specific decision tree methods include classification and regression trees and chi-square automatic interaction detection. The following is an example of objects that describe the weather at a given time. The objects contain information on the outlook, humidity and etc. Some objects are positive examples and others are negative examples. Cluster analysis. It's a tool for exploring the structure of data. The core of cluster analysis is clustering, which is the process of grouping objects into clusters such that the objects from the same cluster are similar and objects from different clusters are dissimilar. Objects can be described in terms of measurements or by relationships with other objects. Clustering is sometimes used to mean segmentation. Some of the clustering algorithms are DBSCAN and Chameleon, a technique that classifies each record in a database based on a combination of the classes of the records. Most similar to it in a historical data set is called the k-nearest neighbor technique. Nearest neighbor is a prediction technique that is quite similar to clustering. So in this case there are three clustering groups. Rule induction. Rule induction is the process of extracting useful if-then rules from the data based on statistical significance. Rule induction on a database can be massive undertaking in which all possible patterns are systematically pulled out of the data and then accuracy and significance calculated, telling users how strong the pattern is and how likely it's to occur again. Genetic algorithms. It refers to the algorithms that dictate how populations of organisms should be formed, evaluated and modified. Genetic algorithm is optimization techniques that use processes such as genetic combination, mutation and natural selection in a decision based on the concepts of evaluation. The use of genetic algorithms for data mining has a variety of forms, but in general their application is made on top of an existing data mining techniques such as neural networks or decision trees. Last one is the data visualization technique. It makes it possible for the analyst to gain a deeper, more intuitive understanding of the data and as such can work well alongside data mining. Data mining allows the analyst to focus on certain patterns and trends and explore in depth using visualization. On its own, data visualization can be overwhelmed by the volume of data in a dataset, but in conjunction with the data mining can help with exploration. Thank you.